Sniper003 here today with another loadout video for you guys for SHTF. And this one is going to be primarily demoted to the PTR 91 and my HK762 for the DMR and the Battle Rifle. And right now the reason that I'm not going to do separate videos for the Battle Rifle and the DMR is because I kind of run them as the same thing either way for the loadouts. Right now, just because I don't differentiate between the two as far as the 308 versions. So right now that's why I'm pretty much just doing it as a 2-in-1 as the same exact thing for the video. Now I will give you guys a quick heads up time that this is dedicated towards SHTF scenarios, to the point to where there's without rule of law type of thing. It's not something that you're going to be using for immediate home defense, God forbid, if you need to, but who knows. But right now I'm going to start it. It is a tiered system. It's going to be going from the battle belt up to the chest rig. And right now it is a chest rig. There is no plate protection to it. So I'm going to quickly give you guys a heads up that I chose to go for the more mobility aspect than the protection aspect of running plates. Now if I did need to, if I was going to be more of a more stationary type of thing, I do have a low profile plate here I can throw under this. But right now, as it sets right now, that is the situation where if I'm having to go out on a long distance patrol or on a long distance reconnaissance type of thing, what have you, depending on the situation, who knows what type of things can be going down. It could be Red Dawn or type of situation, who knows. But right now, this is how I'm going to come at it from that type of an aspect, as it's going to be an active conflict, and I'm going to better be able to need the mobility than the added weight for the heavier protection and the extra firepower. So that's where I'm coming from with this, and why I chose to go with this chest rig, especially since I'm going to be running heavier ammunition and a heavier rifle compared to some of the guys that are on my preparedness group, to where they have your more along lines of your AR-15 pattern rifles or the AKM variant rifles. So now I'm going to start off with the two rifles, just to give you guys an idea on what I've been running. There is the HK762, just a very standard, almost AR-10 style platform, but it is a piston system, so it is a little bit different than the standard AR-10, especially when it comes to magazines. And then also the PTR 91, and this one's based off of the HK-G3 pattern rifles. Now right now, as you can see, it doesn't really have an optic on it. It's more along the lines of right now in a battle rifle configuration, just because I've been trying to get more in tune with using the iron sights on the PTR. So now that I've got the rifles out of the way, because I'm not going to stick too much into the rifle aspects of it, but the actual loadout. Now starting on, as I mentioned with the tier system, starting on the belt, you're going to have the two magazines here for getting that initial into the fight. You'll have the one magazine in the rifle and then the two on you, giving you about 60 rounds of ammunition. Then also you want to have some type of magazine to keep your firearm in the fight. Some type of medical equipment on you. Right now I just have pretty much a standard med kit in here. If you want to look through into my IFAK video, it's pretty much the same exact list and packing that I have there as well. And then I have my dump pouch. And the reason that I have a dump pouch on here for primarily is if you are going to be running exotic weapons like the HK762 here, you're going to want to be able to retain those magazines. Even if it's just dumping them in a pocket or in a dump pouch, you want to be able to retain those magazines, because I doubt you're going to be able to find HK762 magazines out in the random woods, like you might be able to find an AR magazine, a AKM magazine, what have you, just as a heads up that is something that you are going to maybe want to try to do. The one thing that you are going to have to realize is that does slow down your magazine change time, so depending on the situation, you might want to just quickly slap in that new magazine, get that rifle back up into the fight, rather than taking the extra time to retain it. It all depends on what's going on and what's the way you want to do it and the way you want to go at it for the training aspect. But now jumping up into the chest rig. Now over here, I pretty much have another med kit, and yes, I do know that is kind of being redundant, having two IFAKs on you, but I pretty much would rather have the two for just this being a tiered system, as I mentioned earlier, to where this system right here can pretty much be run by itself, or this one can be run by itself. So that is why I do actually carry two type of med kits on me. It is a little bit redundant, I will admit, but that is how it is. And what I do have it in right here is on an SOE med tray, so I can quickly, easily grab that and go if I need to. Maybe if it comes down to the point where I'm having to treat somebody else, or if I'm having to treat myself, I can quickly get at that and get it out. And I do have a similar system over here with the med tray as well for another SOE med tray. Now the pouches are the TYR SR25 double mag pouches, and the reason that I had the double mag pouches is because I don't double stack them, of course, especially with these 308 mags. It's because with the HK762 magazines, they are a lot thicker and a lot of a more different design than the standard SR25 or AR10 style magazine. So you have to get a bigger mag pouch to be able to accommodate these, or get a HK762 specific magazine pouch. So that is just one thing they have to deal with. So you have to just be aware of what type of rifle system you're running whenever you look at your mag pouches. Now I got these on a pretty much a nice deal, which is why I decided to go with these. So right now, as you can see, I've got 4 magazine pouches here, and then I have the 2 here, giving me a total of 6 magazines, which comes out to about 120 rounds of 7.62 ammunition for me, plus the other 20 rounds that I'm going to have in the rifle. So in total, I'm only looking at about 140 rounds of ammunition. So you have to be very considerate with what you're going to be doing and what you're going to be doing with your rifle. So you have to make your rounds count, is what I'm trying to get at. And right now, I will admit that this is a spray painted kit. So right now, as you can kind of see from right here, the whole kit was Coyote Brown. And I kind of went at it because my area is more green, it's more forest land, and the Coyote Brown does not blend in very well, so I decided to just go and spray paint it. And it's been holding up actually pretty well. And right now, the reason that I was Coyote Brown is because I'm kind of on a budget, so I decided to get a lot of my stuff used. So I get quality gear, but I get it used. So the T3 rig here that I've been running is very well, but right now it was Coyote Brown. The next thing is going to be over here is going to be my radio, and this one right here is just the standard Baofeng. Right now I kind of have done a few updates to it. I changed the antenna adapter to get of a more sturdy antenna than the one that came with it, and then I also went and got a more heavy-duty Kenwood mic for it as well. That's of a higher quality, higher polymer, and also much more waterproof than the one that came with it. But right now, I also did get an extended battery for it, and I also do carry a spare battery here in my admin pouch. But that's pretty much it for the chest rig right here. Now up onto the strap, I have one cat tourniquet right here, very easily and accessible. And then I also have my SOE NSW admin pouch. And to give you an idea on what I have in here, I have one Gerber folding knife, one M2000 strobe, a marker and a pen, a Write and Rain, a little bit of notepad there just to take notes, windage and what have you, some electrical tape, that spare battery I mentioned, a small streamlight flashlight here, just for illumination, and then I have some more electrical tape. And that's pretty much it for what I have right here. I don't have anything else besides that. I do carry more stuff inside of my patrol pack, but that's a entirely separate video in itself for that. But that's pretty much it what I have right here. And the nice thing I do like about this rig here for the T3 is that you can easily set it up for running with a AR pattern rifle, as I've done in the past. You can also, as I've set it up, you can run the 249S magazine pouches on the side here, either if you want to go for the 200 rounders or if you want to go for, like you have right here, the 100 rounders, and just keep this area right here flat, or maybe put some smaller magazine pouches and put some 4 single AR magazine pouches just to kind of supplementary for quick reload with the 249. But yeah, you can do a lot with this rig. It's really heavily padded, so right now it can take a lot of that extra weight, and it sits very comfortably on you. And the nice thing about this is you can get nice and easily and get into that prone position if you wanted to perform some really nice long range accuracy shooting. And on top of that, it also does allow you to do some more of that dynamic quick reloads and all type of other things as you will, quickly moving, shooting, and also getting in and out of vehicles and things like that. It's very easy with this rig, especially how well it leaves your back nice and clean and open. Now if you're going to be putting as I said, a extra plate carrier underneath of here, just like a low profile one, it does increase the profile of it, but I haven't had any issues going prone or anything like that with the rig as it sets. It's just a chest rig. So that's pretty much it for the overall loadout. Right now I want to kind of get your guys' feel, your guys' opinion on that, and what you guys think of running a battle rifle or a DMR as a go-to rifle for an SHTF scenario. Now I know it kind of depends on your area and what's going on in the type of situation, but I do think that every prepper should have at least one type of semi-automatic 308 rifle in their arsenal or in their collection, if you will. But that's pretty much it for right here. I want to hear what you guys think, and thanks for watching. Remember, those who prepare for today survive tomorrow.